Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Welcome, everyone. It is Friday, June 1st, 2012, and we are in the midst of exposing the cockroach globalists out in Bilderberg, Chantilly. It is Bilderberg 2012, Chantilly 3.0. This is the third time they've been there, and we are exposing them. This is going to be the biggest protest yet. If you're listening to my voice and you live within 200 miles of Chantilly, you can be there in 3 hours. 3 hours, and you could be part of the global exposing. You could do it right now. There's tons of activists there from all over the country. Alex Jones with his crew is there. Aaron Dykes, Rob Jacobson, Richard Reeves. There's Adam Kokesh. RT is also there. We Are Change from all over. There's We Are Change chapters from all over. Occupy Portland is there. Activists from all over the country are descending upon Chantilly, Virginia, and you could be a part of it. You can get in your car right now and head over there and be a part of it, because today is going to be the big day. They're having a protest, I believe, at 6 p.m. They want to surround the entire grounds, and they need a lot of people to do it. So get over there. We've got some big news. This is coming from one of Jim Tucker's sources, and we're going to play this video later. Alex is going to introduce it and play it. Insider, and this is on Infowars right now. Bilderberg members share Ron Paul death wish, and this is from Paul Joseph Watson. During a heated conversation in the lobby at the Westfields Marriott yesterday, Bilderberg members expressed their desire to see Ron Paul die in a plane crash, according to veteran journalist Jim Tucker's inside source. So you can go. We have a video about that as well on the Alex Jones channel, and you can check that out. The shocking exchange took place just after Bilderberg attendees started arriving yesterday morning as they were driven through crowds of hundreds of Paul-supporting demonstrators. Wasting no time to shout their mouths off, one Bilderberg member expressed his desire to get Ron Paul and all of his supporters on an airplane with a Muslim suicide pilot and take them down. Well, I think you're going to have a problem, because there's a lot more than one plane full of Ron Paul supporters. And if you did that, it would energize the movement to a degree that you couldn't even imagine. Just like when they struck down Obi-Wan Kenobi, he became more powerful. Tucker explained that the Bilderbergers are increasingly irate at the resistance among patriotic Americans to their program, with protest figures rising at each annual confab. And here's a quote. The program planned by Bilderberg has been set back for years, and every year it gets worse, and every year they get more depressed, and every year they get more outraged. We're winning, they are losing. Last night we showed a picture of a young, I guess, David Rockefeller. If y'all could find that from last night and throw that up. We called him the face of Bilderberg, the uncle of death, David Rockefeller. I mean, the man looks like he has red blood pouring out of his eyes. He's so old and decrepit, and now he is shambling through the halls of the Westfields Marriott in Chantilly, and you could be there. You can get in a car right now and head up there. We're going to be back, and we're going to have a whole bunch more stuff coming up today. We've got some videos we're going to show you of We Are Change confronting Rothschild and Ted Turner. I want to go into this. Yesterday, when Alex arrived on scene, there was an attempt of ambush journalism by some Tucker Carlson cronies. They stuck a mic up in Alex's face, and they said, how much money are you making off of all this? Like, that was the big deal. That was the most important thing, that Alex Jones is a successful businessman. That's what he is, and that's what America's all about. It's all about hard work. Alex Jones works harder than probably 100% of this country. The man doesn't stop. He has many outlets now. He's got a huge staff, and all we do is work on this stuff. We work on bringing you information. So if that's a crime, I stand guilty. And I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud to be guilty of exposing globalists. And we're going to be right back with more. Alex Jones will be up soon. It's Infowars.com, The Alex Jones Show. I'm Rob Dew, sitting in. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you may be in this world. We are confronting Bilderberg in Chantilly, Virginia. It is Bilderberg 2012. The biggest protest yet is going on right now And this is, you're watching live video of Alex Jones. He was just bullhorning the Bilderbergers they're hiding behind a fence, and now they've erected black in front of that fence so you can't see in at all. It's at least 8 feet high, and there's cops driving by. It looks like cops are giving people tickets. Now, I talked to Alex this morning, and he said that cops were ticketing people just for stopping and letting people out, and looks like that's happening now. So we're getting video of that. This is totally ridiculous. The cops obviously don't understand that their pension funds are going to be raided, that their children are being subjected to poisons via fluoride in the water, via the vaccines, via the chemtrails. They don't realize they're protecting the people who are in charge of this right now by going along with these ridiculous orders. These are not orders that they have to follow. These are orders where they could actually stand down and not ticket people and not waste taxpayers' time and expense. And if I was someone who got a ticket and did not live in Virginia, I wouldn't pay it. I would keep it. I would let them send all the little mail they want to send me, keep that expense going, keep it happening. I wouldn't pay it at all because it's unjust and it's ridiculous. And they're stopping people in parking lots that says the parking lot says private property. The cops are pulling in. You have to have the property owner specifically on each account say this person is trespassing. You can't just have a blanket no trespassing set up unless you put no trespassing signs. If it says private property, you could park your car there and only the property owner can have it towed. The cop can't just say, hey, we're going to have this towed unless they have express permission from the property owner. So that's all going on now. Alex Jones was bullhorning a second ago during the commercial break. He's right now he's holding up something. We've got 2 streams going at once right now. We're really taking the technology to the next level. You can go to our featured stories page, and we have Bilderberg live video and Bilderberg breaking news. And you can check both of those out for all the latest stuff that we're posting, that other activists are posting. I know pretty soon we're going to have a photo page coming up that we're working on right now. And as soon as that gets posted, I will let you know. It's going to have posts of our photos of the people who were coming in yesterday who have been identified as Bilderbergers. In fact, there's one right now they're showing into the camera. Are we getting any audio there at all? Could we listen to any of that? Well, all right, we're going to pull that up for a second and listen to what they're talking about.
They'll put it in the Guardian and do a great job. Let me get a photo of this and I'll Twitter it out. And real Alex Jones right now.
Okay. It doesn't seem like they're saying much. Alex Jones is gathering intel. There's a lot of great activists out there. I saw Dan Dix out there, Jason Burmis, Luke Radowski, Adam Kokesh, Matt Medina. All over the United States and all over Canada, people are descending upon Chantilly. So if you are sitting in your couch right now, if you are at work even, plan on getting off early. Tell the boss you got a case of the Bilderbergers and you got to step out. Get to Chantilly. Be part of this movement. We are the people's media, and we have to expose these people because if we don't do it, no one else is going to do it. You know, the Washington Times barely posted something about it yesterday. The Washington Post didn't post anything. They were more concerned about W showing up at the White House, and I figured out why. Because Donald E. Graham, chairman and CEO of the Washington Post Company, is on the list of attendees that was released yesterday on Infowars.com. That also made Drudge. They put the official list out as well. There's a whole bunch of names on there. Garry Kasparov, the chess player. This guy could be in line to unseat Putin because Putin seems to be one of the few, like him or not, that is going against the global regime. He's got his own little mafia, and he wants to be king. So we're definitely going to see stuff going in that way.
I'm going to find out what's going on with them right now. It says, you have video. Your life just let us know when you want to throw to audio. I've been wanting to go audio the whole time, guys. I mean, that's my whole point, is that's what we do. I'm going to try this on air. You guys can just throw to us on the street whenever you want. You just throw to us to the street whenever you want. Like when something interesting's happening, you just throw it to us on air. I mean, it's like hundreds of times I've said that. It's like, I don't know what else I can do. I guess we'll just do it at Ustream ourselves and just forget the radio show. I mean, it doesn't exist.
Hey, thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Roku channel is awesome. Actually, I watch it on my big screen TV every day. You're live in my living room. It's a little strange, but you know.
Get up your ass and protest.
Who's doing the radio show?
I don't even know. Let's just stop streaming.
Okay, it looks like they cut one of the streams right now. We're going to be back with them as soon as they go live. We're having a couple technical issues. We're trying to communicate with them via cell phone, text, we also have a two-way signal that's running back to them when they have the headphones on, which I don't know if anybody is wearing the headphones, but we will be back with more of that coverage of Bilderberg live. I'm going to go in through a couple articles now. This is out of the BBC. Venezuela bans private gun ownership. Venezuela has brought a new gun law into effect which bans commercial sale of firearms and ammunition. Until now, anyone with a gun permit could buy firearms from a private company. Under the new law, only Army, police, and certain groups like security companies, you could scratch out security companies and put thugs, will be able to buy arms from the state-owned weapons manufacturer and importer. This ban is the latest attempt by the government to improve security and cut crime ahead of elections in October. Venezuela saw more than 1,800 murders last year, and the capital, Caracas, is thought to be one of the most dangerous cities in Latin America. That's because they ban handguns, because only criminals will then have handguns. They obviously haven't learned, and they obviously don't have a Second Amendment. And the government has been running a gun amnesty in the run-up to the introduction of the new law to encourage people to give up their illegal arms without fear of consequence. Yeah, you're definitely not going to get put on a list for that. One member of the public in Caracas told BBC, they're killing people every day. The law is important, but they need to do more. They're not doing enough now. So that's the problem. The people in Caracas have been domesticated. They are not fans of private gun ownership, and they're not exercising that right they have to defend themselves. That's a God-given right. You have the right to defend yourself, and if guns are what's available, then that's what you should have. Back when they had swords, they made it illegal to carry swords, for the peasants to carry swords, and now it's guns. So they're gonna keep ratcheting up these laws because they want to do away with guns. They only want police and army to have guns because then they can do whatever they want. Then they can run in, trample people down, spray the whole area with machine gun fire, and nobody can defend themselves. And that's the way the governments of this world like it. They like it to be that way. Several Latin American countries have murder rates far higher than the global average of 6.9 murders per 100,000 people. According to a recent United Nations report, South America, Central America, and the Caribbean have the highest rates of murder by firearms in the world. Interesting. It is found over 70% of all homicides in South America are as a result of guns. In Western Europe, the figure was closer to 25%. Well, and there you go. When you ban private gun ownership, you're going to have more crime with more guns because guns come in there illegally. In fact, our own government is part of shipping guns in to at least Mexico, and we have them shipping containerfuls of guns to Honduras. We have reports of that out of Tampa. So our government is complicit in sending guns across the border to these countries, and you know they're not going to private